what's up guys? Scary Bear coming at you again here. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about something that a couple videos now past, if you've been watching those, when I've been taking off, my climb rate has been really slow. The engine seems to be running great, seems to be plenty of power once I'm up and going, but yeah, she's just not, doesn't have much lift. So some of you guys sent me some suggestions and I'm going to put those to use today. I'm going to try to take off with my trimmers pulled all the way in. The two trim tabs that go up to the wing that pull the back in a little bit. You suggested that may help with some lift. That may help me climb faster. So when I took my training over at Flight Junkies there, we really didn't cover trims and what they did other than when we were flying. If you give a little pull on one side or the other, it would kind of balance out that the way the motor torques. It would kind of help with that torque a little bit. But as far as taking off and landing, we always were told to take off with our trims all the way out. And I never questioned it. I didn't know what it would do if you pulled them all the way in and tried to take off. But today we're going to find out, guys. So you sent me some cool suggestions. Hopefully it works out. But yeah, I'm going to show you real quick here what these trims look like. Why don't you come with me here? I'll just show you real quick. I'll pull them out of the bag. Sorry for the jiggly camera, but let's pull these out here real quick. But yeah, these right here are what I'm talking about. Now these trimmers, you can adjust them in and out, full in, full out. I usually take off with those adjusted full out. That's just the way I was taught. So, but today we're gonna try that full in trimmer and see how that does it. Anyway, let's quit talking. Let's get up in the air and see how it works out, guys. Come on. All right, we're gonna try this launch with the trimmers pulled completely in and see if I can lift off a little quicker. We don't have a whole lot of time tonight, so we'll see if we can't get her in the air. So, all right, trim's full in, hands up. Let's see what we got. Wow, that takeoff and climb out is so much higher. Holy cow. That definitely made all the difference in the world, pulling those trims all the way in. Holy cow, that's a big difference. Wow, unbelievable. That climb out is doubled, I'll betcha. Holy cow. Wow, man, that climb out, I bet doubled compared to what it was when I took off with the trimmers all the way out. This time trimmers were all the way in. And that thing took right off, man, went right up. You know, I'm off the power now, but I'm higher now than I was the other day when I had those trimmers all the way out. So yeah, man, thank you for all the suggestions, guys. I mean, trimmers in is definitely the way to go. That thing took right off. So there's no wind on the ground. So that thing, yeah, it didn't really try to overshoot me or anything, man. I didn't need as much brake pressure either. Yeah, that was awesome. Let me turn here. I want to do a quick turn to the left. Nice and smooth. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you so much for the advice. YouTube rocks, man. I mean, where else do I get that kind of advice, you know? Wow. Big difference. Let's cruise over here and check out the cows. Let's look at the moo-moos. What's up, cows? How y'all doing this evening? Getting a drink of water?
Got some baby ones down there tonight. Got little baby cows. Adorable little baby cows. One feller's hogging all the water though. Guess they haven't been taught how to share. A little bit of turbulence up high tonight. For not having any wind on the ground kind of surprises me. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not getting bumped around that bad, but I can feel it every now and again. You know, I've never seen myself from the ground. Excuse me. I've never seen myself in the air. Obviously from the ground. So I wonder what people think when they see me up here. People in cars and trucks. I wonder how many of them just don't really care. Or how many think, man, what is that thing? How do I get into that? And how many of them think, I wouldn't do that if you paid me. Right? There's definitely some wind speed up top here, because I can feel it pushing me right now. My ground speed has increased. So obviously up high here, a little higher, we got a little bit of ground, or a little bit of airspeed, a little bit of air. There's an airplane to my right. I don't know if you guys can see that on the GoPro, but directly to my right and up about 50, 100 feet, there's an airplane. Hopefully he sees me too. But that's why you always gotta be looking. You know, I had a buddy come in the store the other day, and he flies regular planes as well. And he was telling me one time he was out on a training run, one of his classes, and a plane came out of nowhere to his left. He said it flew right underneath of him. He heard the motor. It was that close. It was just, you know, it was down. It was underneath of him. Before he even had time to react, that plane was there and past him. That's what I say. You always have to be vigilant, because you never know if that guy wasn't watching and you're not watching. It could end terribly. Luckily for him, it did not. I've got about 10 more minutes, 15 minutes, and I got to be on the ground. Sunset's at 8:20 tonight, and legally I need to be on the ground before sunset. But I'm going to just mosey on here. I'm going to enjoy this climb up. I'm not going to go too far tonight, but next time we go up, I have a little more time. I'm going to take you guys. My buddy Graham took me over here, a couple miles south of my house. We were flying along, and he says, hey, come with me. I want to show you something. And that day was just a flight for me, guys. I didn't have the cameras on. I was just up enjoying my flight with Graham. But he took me over here, and about 2 miles south is a camel farm. When he said it, I thought I heard him wrong, but yeah, obviously it's a camel farm. I went over here, and you know, you think you see camels in the desert, you know, but here I am, middle of Indiana, and there's a camel farm. Lo and behold, he took me over there, and there were several camels, a lot of camels running around. So yeah, maybe next trip I'll take you guys over there. We got a little more time. We'll check out some camels. All right, I want to swing over toward my house a little ways here. See if I can see the wind indicator, what it's doing at all. It is getting a little bumpy up here, so like I said, nothing terrible, but yeah, just a little bumpy. Rocking and rolling me a tad. Now when I took off, there was no wind, but I want to double check that. I want to make sure the wind hasn't picked up since I've been in the air. No, the wind indicator still looks low. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of wind. I don't see any movement, actually. It must just be up high. Up high here, we got a little bit of wind action, but all right, I'm going to bring it in for a landing. It's been an awesome flight tonight. But the sun's going down, so shall I. All right, let's start turning over here. Turning to the left a little bit, get lined up with my field. Lose a little bit of altitude. Might be a little high, but I think we're gonna bleed some of that ice off as I come in. Yeah, I think we're all right. Got a little sink happening. Engine is off. So I'm just going to glide it in nice and slow, guys. Little brake. Yeah. And land her down. Scary Barry on the ground. What a beautiful flight tonight. That was awesome. Let me get this stuff cleared away, and I'll talk to you in just a minute.
So yeah, guys, back on the ground. Listen, you guys sent in all kinds of suggestions. I was asking, I said, man, the climb out rate seems so slow, right? And when I went to training, when I was taught to fly by Kurt, trimmers were always out. So I didn't know what would happen if I took off with the trimmers in. I just had no idea. I never was trained that way. Never was told to do that. But you guys sent in some suggestions, and you said, hey, pull your trimmers in, man, halfway. Pull them in all the way. See what happens. See if you can get in there. And you know what it did? I took off, and I was in the air in half the time, and my climb out was doubled. Just about doubled, guys. So having those trimmers in on a 0 wind day is kind of the way to go. I didn't really have to worry about it overshooting me. It kind of came up and hung there. Didn't have to put much brake on because it wasn't overshooting me, and it just lifted me right in the air. So very awesome, guys. Thank you so much for those suggestions. I have a feeling that takeoffs are going to be so much easier now. I wish I'd have known that 3 years ago, right? But anyway, awesome flight. Appreciate you guys coming along with me. Please hit the subscribe if you want, and the little bell thingy. I think the little bell thingy lets you guys know if I put a video on. I try to get one on like once a week, but sometimes the weather don't let me. But yeah, like and subscribe, and all you guys that already do, you're awesome, and thank you so much for your help. Like I said, because of you guys, it make me a better pilot. Thank you so much, guys. So until next time, this is Scary Barry out, and we'll see you in the sky.